Anything utensils.
Hi everybody, welcome to Inside UX UI. My name is Danny and today I would like to make a little tutorial on dropdowns. Lately I had to do a prototype which also included a dropdown, just like here on the Airbnb site, and I would like to make something like they had here, where if you click on this arrow where you can add guests, as you click on it, of course the drop down, this window will appear, but the arrow will also change his direction. And I also wanted to achieve something like this, and I would like to show you now how I did it. So for this we create a new document, of course, and I will shortly rebuild what we had at this Airbnb site. And we had something like a rectangle, and I think it was about, let's say, 80 pixels high and just go with 1000 wide. And maybe we could also create a grid here so we can see where we place our element here. And I probably would go with the 960, and I leave all the presets here like it is. So let's place this and make it a little bit shorter. Just show what we got here. Yeah, something around this. Now we want also to make around the corners here, let's say 5 pixels, and we want to make the border a little grayish color. Yeah, maybe like this. Now we also, let's remove these. We have this rectangle now, and we also need the separators here, so we add a line. And of course this line will also be 80 pixels high. And of course you need the same color here. And we duplicate this by clicking Alt and dragging it over with also Shift selected, and we place it here, and we make another copy and place it over here. And now we can use the cool distribute horizontally feature here to make equal parts. Okay, remove the line here in the front and the back. And now we need to add some text here. And let's do this by adding some labels. And we need 2. And as a font, I like the Montserrat, which you can download at Google Fonts. I like it. It's a little bit slanted, and I like the style. Let's go back to the site here. Oh, okay, I see they have. Okay, so, but let's go with this text here. So we have this also like the same. So it's 14 pixels. Let's say we do here, go with 20. Yeah, why not? So now we also have to add the right text, of course. The first thing was where? Okay, let's place this a little bit up. Maybe it's a little bit too big. Oh, make it 18. Like so. Copy it over. And the second was, and I don't know. Maybe it's sometime. I don't know. But it's not about the text anyway. And now here the guests. Okay, so this is the standard here, says one guest. And we also have, of course, a search button. And for this we need another box here. Make it smaller, and we add a nice reddish color. I think it's something like this. Not quite. Yeah, what the heck. Search, and of course we also want to have the Montserrat color. And it should be white. And do we have strokes? No. And make also this 5 pixel radius. And maybe it's a little bit, let's make 90 by 40 pixels. And Alt Command M, and we can place it right in the middle here. Okay. We also need, of course, the drop-down window. And it goes just basically, well, from here to here. And for this, we just add a box. Let's make it this size. And yeah, probably gonna take the same stroke color. And what we also could do, of course, we place it a little bit on top here, like so. And I also would like to add some kind of drop shadow, and you will make it like a light color and bring down the opacity a little bit. And for the offset, maybe a little bit less, and blur, maybe 5 is fine. Maybe it's still a little bit, need a little bit more. And bring up the opacity a little bit. Just like so. Okay, now we have some inlays here. It says adults, kids, and maybe baby. All right, so we have these 3 here, and we probably want to distribute this somehow evenly and use this space, and we say vertically. Yeah, it was quite okay. And we copied this here over because it has a subtext here. Not at the adults, but the kids and the babies. Years and two years. And well, we have to push this a little bit more up because otherwise we don't have the space for our buttons here. Well, maybe we could also make this a little bit higher. Let's say 250, like so. And group these so you can we can make a proper so we can distribute these easily. Make it again like so. And then we have two buttons here. The first says, one says something like abort, and the other one says something like OK. And for the OK, we need a color which indicates that everything is fine. And we need this screen here. And for the abort, we probably take something darker. Just like that. Let's do a little bit of alignment here. All right, just forget for these handles here and plus and minus icons because it's just to show you actually how the drop-down works, right? So, okay. So first thing, we just group this window here and we give it a name. We say this is our drop-down window. Like so, and just set this to hidden. Now we also need here a arrow. And for this, I copy this text here. And now for this prototype, I used a icon font. And there are actually a lot of icon fonts out there you can download and use these. I use an icon font called Themify or something like that. But yeah, just go ahead and use whatever icon font you want. What I always do if I use icon fonts, I go to the fonts. Here on the Mac, you have, here already is Themify, and you can see here also there are also other icon fonts like these streamlines. I already spotted here the one I need, and I just click Control Command to use this, and then go over to the to Axure, paste it in, and now you have this question mark here, and you have to go to pick the right font, and this is Themify, and there it is, our arrow that we need. Okay, and if you want to make it bigger or smaller, it's no use to make to grab the handles here and just drag them out. it's just a font. You have to change here the values actually. Let's make it a little bit smaller. I use 17 pixels now. We also want to give this rectangle here a name, and we say, or this arrow, sorry. Drop down arrow. So to animate this, we just highlight this, our drop down arrow icon, and we click on the on-click event. And the first thing is that we should add a variable, and we name this a drop down. Our drop down variable here. Let's do a condition here, and we say the value of a variable, our drop down equals value 0. Or no, let's say 1. Click OK. If it is like so, we want to show the drop-down window, and it should slide down, and maybe what's 300 milliseconds, that's fine. And we also want that our icon here points upwards. And for this we need this rotate widget, and we say that the arrow rotate by 180 degrees clockwise, center anchor. And the animation, we don't do anything crazy here, just linear, and yeah, 100 milliseconds. I think this is probably fine. And click OK. And now we need another case here. So if true, we want to hide this window again, and we animate this by sliding up 300 milliseconds. It's okay. We can check later on if this really it's okay. And of course we also want to rotate back our icon here, and this is fine. Center, animate, let's choose linear again. And now it's really important to add our variable value of drop down, and we want to set this to the value 0. We need this in order to if you look at this here, this side. So if the value is 1, we do all this stuff which comes here. We show the drop down window and we rotate the icon. And we should here actually also set our value to actually of the drop down of our drop down variable here to 1 to 0, sorry. And now set then our value of the drop down variable back to 1. So that was a mistake here. Yeah, let's see what we have. Refresh, and we have our bar here, and now we can add guests. Okay. Some things it's not quite okay. So, and we want to also don't slide this down, but slide up for hiding it. And just refresh this. Okay. What we now have, we could also say it probably makes more sense to, let's say, we don't rotate. Maybe we want to rotate this counterclockwise. So we don't have this effect turning in one direction. So because it's actually, yeah, more natural like this. So if we click on it again, then it should go the same way, just back. So, all right. I think this is it for this tutorial. It's just was just a short one. If you have comments on it, or just would like to see how this would be done if you would have, yes, for example, an accordion drop down here, just let me know, and I could do an extra tutorial for this. And yeah, see you next time, and bye.